It's happening. All right, what's happening? Okay, let's go here and then back here. Yeah, this keeps happening every time that we have. It's this weird little glitch. When I go, I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go back here. Bzing. Bazing.
Wow, a lot of people in here already today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to your favorite day of the week. It's our favorite day of the week, too. It's Tuesday. We're just having a chat off camera. We got the bug zapper going on. We've got, it's hot in San Diego. It's hot everywhere. Everywhere, the heat has been turned up. WCPPL this weekend, it was 106. I literally went and sat in my car to get a little bit of AC.
He's over there.
It's all right. You can swing that thing around my head. I trust you. He's going. Get out of here. And I was literally watching the dial. So I got in my car. It was 101, and within the 45 minutes that I was sitting in there with the AC on, it had climbed to 107. And I mean, it was you were selling stuff. You coached 16 teams. I don't know how you do that. Like, it was brutal out there. And by the way, congratulations to all the teams that won. Congratulations to any of the teams. If you were playing and you managed to play without passing out or getting heat stroke, I salute you. It was brutal out there, man. It was really, really brutal. And good job, Mike. I think we talked about it, but the WCPPL, I think, has the best field layouts. Mm-hmm. Some of the best. Jason, this is all due respect. Mike does a really good job with the field layouts, and I think this one was one of his better. I think this might have been his best one. I think I really liked how this field layout was. Congrats to all the teams. Grind City won. Hosky got a dub.
And they did really poorly at the first WC.
That's because the Narcos are in there dropping the bows on them every time, dude. Yeah. Congrats to the Narcos. Also, I know actually we talked about this too. We couldn't even get a call back from the TJ Bastards at the beginning of the season. Now we're in second place in the league, and you guys might have to get on a waiting list to practice us.
Yeah, true.
Those guys, it's kind of cool because everybody's kind of played. The most consistent team has been the Bloodhawks. Mm-hmm. Those guys are doing really well.
They're in first
right now. Really, really cool event. Great turnout. Extremely hot. Saw a little bit of a tornado.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
That thing would have picked me up.
Yeah. Dude, it started happening and one of the tents was going. And everybody's like, oh my God, grab that tent. I took one step forward. I go, you know what? And it was out in the staging area. And then I saw it hook onto another tent and then grabbed another one. And Mike Hinman is standing there and I look over at him and he goes, let it go. And they're all his tents. He's like, don't even try it. Yeah. You're just going to get hurt. And people are scrambling for it. One tent went up over the nets onto field one.
Yeah.
And then I thought maybe one of them.
I hope that some people got photos of that. Because I remember that old iconic photo of the X floating up in the air.
That's that. Yeah, Stretch, if you're here, did you get a shot of that? Fake news. So anyway, welcome to episode 204, right? It is August, a scorching month here out in the West Coast in San Diego, and I think everywhere else. We're cooking right now. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on. A lot of things in the pipeline as well for the Spicka Span Show. We've got some new sponsors lined up and ready to roll out in the next couple of weeks here. Sponsors, supporters of the show. So with that being said, I want to thank all of you who tune in, whether you guys are supporters of the show, members of the show, subscribers, or even if you just lurk in the shadows and just listen to us yap for a couple hours. I really do appreciate all of you guys tuning in and supporting it. This is it's awesome that we've been doing this for so long. Kind of been talking about that lately, kind of how long we've been doing this. Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's up for some interpretation exactly when we started. But really cool that we've had a lot of you guys out here for so long. We did just break another little milestone. We're back over the 300 member mark. So everybody whose name is in green, we really appreciate you. So we're going to also be doing giveaways again. I know I skipped last week. We did ship out a couple of prizes because we were just going a little long. I've got more of a hard cut stop time here these days. Usually we could just chat for as long as we want, but we've got multiple lives inside that house.
Peter, you said the video a little blurry. I'm watching it
crystal clear.
From my computer.
We're 4K, baby.
Pretty good.
I don't think we're 4K. That might be. We put an asterisk next to that.
Mess with your
your
settings gear down there.
We've got 3 lenses up right now, and we're ripping. Jonas, all the way. I gave you a shout out there, Jonas, today in the post.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
All the way in Norway, 2 a.m. depending on what your time zone is. And I know that we've got shout out to Iran as well. We've got the X-Ball podcast, and you guys watching this. I know that's something that might have just gotten us flagged right there. But really cool, actually, with the X-Ball podcast. I'm going to give you guys a little shout out right now on Instagram. If you go to X-Ball podcast on Instagram, they do these cool little stats, especially stats from like back in the day. This one's interesting. I don't know if you guys saw it. Most wins in an NXL since the inception of the league, 2015. Edmonton Impact with 13, Dynasty with 12, Heat with 6, Legion with 5, 2 of which just came, Damage with 3, X Factor with 2, Ironman and Infamous tied with 1 apiece. But they've got like really cool. I don't know if you ever see some of their stuff. Pull it up here.
I was trying to figure out.
What am I doing here? I can just pull it up.
Did you see Paintball Stats new post about strength of schedule?
Strength of schedule. I don't exactly understand how to read that.
Right, I'm glad it's not just me because I was.
We're 53. Does that mean we're 53% chance of losing or of winning? Or is there like 53?
So
it's kind of like a quarterback rating when it's like arbitrary. Like 116 is the highest number you can get. Like that's
I'm trying to is it by like who's in the bracket? Who's in their bracket?
I don't know, and it has us number 1. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Let's see here.
But I do want to show you guys this. It's kind of cool. Let's go to spare camera.
So I'm gonna take a picture of this, and then
we're gonna capture.
That's your score based on your bracket.
So I'm gonna show you this. This is kind of cool. Oh boy. A little big here, a little wide angle here. So this is a cool Instagram to follow. They give shout outs here and there. They're not following the Spick and Span show for some reason, but I still like what they're doing. So check this out. This is neat though. So you've got this. They kind of put these little stats up. Oh wait, no, they just took everything down.
Like just now?
I don't know. Or maybe they just share posts. What's going on here? I should have done a little bit better of searching for this. Oh yeah, so they've got these like they put it all in their stories, like year ago today. That's what they're doing.
Dang, you're giving them a huge boost right now because there's more people watching right now than they have followers. So
I know. This is kind of neat. You might get put on a little bit of a watch list if you guys follow them, but I'm still into it. But this is kind of cool. So they put up all these like on this year, on this day, is kind of a neat one. Winners of the events. You can't squiggly lines, not gonna be able to read those stuff, but these are all pretty neat posts that they put up here and there. So I'm into it. I dig it. I think it's cool. I get tagged in it all, so that's why I see it.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, now that we have a bunch of your attention, thank you to our show supporters and our sponsors. We got a lot of you guys under here right now. Gen X Global. If you guys, obviously, Chicago's coming up. We're going to have the Pod Connect for you guys. They sell out every single time, so don't wait till the end of the event to pick up your pods. We'll have deals and discounts and pod bags, and our fund will put together a little package that we'll be promoting on the show pretty soon. We're going to be giving away some pod caddies here on the show today, but definitely support them. Not only do they make the best pods in the game, but they also, their pods are biodegradable now. So they break down in landfills. So the plastic that they use to make the pods now breaks down in landfills. So it's better for the environment. So that means it's better for everybody. Okay. Yeah. So that's not reason enough that everybody else uses them. All the pros use them, and they're just the best. Use those, and you can buy them at their website, which is the link down below. Or you can get them on site at the Chicago or any NXL event, because they support not only the NXL, but they support the Spick and Span show, and they support you guys as paintball players. So shout out to Arfon and the guys over at Gen X Global. Also, GI Sports. You're going to get your paint there. Obviously, enough said there. And the NECTR boys. They're keeping me alive on a daily basis here. Because,
let me get that after you.
Because, well, 3 kids. It's no joke.
I
You like
just
that
gotta-
picture? You didn't even comment on the picture that I sent you today.
Oh, dude, I was
You're like,
so busy.
You should see the picture that I sent you. Speaking of busy.
Yeah, I saw it. I just
Kyle's like, hey, I'm really busy today.
Can you do the social media stuff?
Doing this. Can you help me out with the social media stuff? And so I sent him this picture because I had texted him back. This picture of me dual wielding, feeding both boys at the same time.
But you still handled you got.
And
one
then
on
I
post-up.
immediately did that, and then I went on straight to the post. Had to put a bottle in his mouth so it was quiet. The thing, boom.
Yeah.
And actually,
Yeah,
I want to
snafu.
BBY Shady. Pods can use an upgrade in tech. No. It's like the wheel. When you invent something that works perfectly, let it roll. Pun intended. Right? Like, you don't need ribs on it, like the dipods. You don't need a little button on it. You don't need skulls on it, that's for sure. You definitely don't need, like, any contraption, little foam things. You don't need... Let's see. Who wanted some tech? Where's that one pod? Do I have that one claw pod in here somewhere?
What about, like, collapsible, like a can?
No, they made those. The ones that stack on top of each other. So I used to have the pods that went in this thing. They're in here somewhere. They had this big claw on them. Like, oh, here it is. Here we go. Don't worry about that. Golden barrel. We got a bunch of them. Here you go. This is what happens, BB. Temperature controlled. Okay. A little climate controlled thing in there. Yeah.
That could be good.
Yeah.
We could talk to.
You could just bzzz.
Talk to Yeti.
You talk to
Smooth,
Yeti.
$40 per
Yeah.
pod.
Just.
Yeah.
Dude. You know what? I take everything I just said back, BBY Shady. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeti pods. They'd be indestructible. You're the man, dude. I salute you. I salute you. I was thinking about something like this, where it looks like you can catch fish in this thing, put it down in the stream, going one way, they go in, they can't get out. You ever seen those traps? Yeti pods, I'm in. Dude.
Our guest said he could come on too here in a little bit.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Tell him the link is ready. I texted him a link.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Mm-hmm.
We got it. We good. Discard that.
What else? I was gonna ask you. I was like, I feel like we should have a friend that works in the sales department at Tesla that I could talk to, but I figured you probably already.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to?
Well, I mean, he's like a sales manager. You don't need any like it's so easy. You just go on your app and you buy it. You don't like it.
Yeah.
Even when you go into there, you're gonna like, I want to get this car, and they go, okay, just go to our website.
Yeah.
Kyle's in the market for a new car. I think his lease is up yesterday.
My lease is up on the turn-in date is on Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fly to practice.
Okay.
Practice with AC Diesel.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, on Friday.
Oh, get out of here.
And then
Spoiler.
And then
Yeah, you're wearing a shirt too.
So I need to get this car thing done like ASAP.
Yeah.
But on the good news here is my buyout for my car is, if I wanted to buy the lease out, it's $15,000. Tesla said they'd give me $20,000 for it.
I don't understand what the question is.
Or I just buy my Audi because that's not that expensive, and then.
Yeah, but Teslas are so cheap right now. I don't get a referral anymore. They got rid of the referral program.
They're
Mafia.
Kind of so cheap,
No,
but
then you get the rebate knocked off the top. You just get you get the regular Model 3. They're like, after all incentives and rebates, I want to say it's like 30 grand or something like that. And then if you give 20 grand, you owe 10. It's a pretty smooth deal for a brand new Tessie.
Well, I don't have 20.
You get 20 for the car.
4.
24.
No, 4, because I have to pay 15. 8,
oh, I see.
15.
I
8,
see. You got to buy it out.
20,
so you
20,
get 4.
So 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Crunch some numbers here. I don't know what you guys do. Plus, you're not paying for gas. That's a nice thing. You're paying for power, but power's cheaper a lot of the times. But we can't. We made the mistake a couple of times of letting old Pate Smith on here get political, and a lot of people think that buying a Tesla is political. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's just objectively better car, and it is cheaper, Jinja, if you live in California.
Dude,
a lot of
shout
things.
out to the Tesla salespeople.
They're
By the
rad.
way, I talked to this guy on the phone today for like 30 minutes and told him like we're looking at all these like different things, and he's like, "What about like another car?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Dude, I got a Toyota Corolla." I was like, who am I on the phone with?
Yeah.
And then he's like, think about this. He's like, mine's this. It costs this much. You could do this, and like, it had nothing to do with Tesla, which I respect. Like that was super cool. But I don't know if they're supposed to do that, or
yeah, I mean,
or they're allowed to do that.
Did it say this phone call is being monitored for no? Then he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, and it's because they text you when you do like a trade-in value. They text you and then they call you.
They call you. Yeah, Peter, that's a great question. That's what I asked him too. Yeah. Hybrid's actually not a bad move. Also, you're just kind of paying a little bit. Just get the EV vet. I'm pretty sure we're just kind of like right outside of that price range. Mario's Corolla Hybrid gets 43 to the gallon. I get on a good day about 150 miles to the gallon. Caught price adjusted. Again, our gas in California, I want to say premium gas is like $5.60 a gallon. How much is premium? I don't know. I haven't got it. It was when I had my car. It was like right close to $6. For me to drive to ASG and back, which is 164 miles exactly, it cost me, it takes about 60% battery life, and that cost me about $4 to $6, maybe $5, $6 to charge my car all the way. That's 160 miles for the equivalent of 1 gallon of gas. Yuba City, 381. What? Damn. Oh, ABJ, I think we got your cleats in. Yosh has them, so we got you covered up there. Anyway, math is just enough about. We got the math, but I'm telling you. Text in here. What does everybody out here drive? What do you guys recommend? What should Kyle's new car get? Remember, you've got a little charging station at your car.
At the house.
Yeah,
and there's a charging a supercharger station right the street.
How old are you now?
34.
He's 34.
Vespa.
Brian Stewart Escalade.
Oliver says Vespa.
Vespa, that's right. Vespa helmet optional.
we should send him the Zoom link also. See if he wants to get on here.
Yeah, let's get this boy.
And Rainey said he's good. Whatever.
I haven't started it. Whoops. Yeah, I did. Wait, did I start this thing? Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah, he's here.
Should we get the guests on? Yeah, then I guess we'll.
Yeah, let's get him on here.
Talk about
let's just juice. Let's talk about the juice. We're gonna go down here to the NECTR projector right now, and then shout out to the boys for NECTR getting us on and hooking it.
Oh, Oliver said I'm busy. Sorry.
All right, and booyah. Let's see, what button do I push? There he is. What up, Rainey? Check.
His volume.
There we go.
Here we go. Turn your phone sideways. Aha.
Yeah, there we go.
A little bit.
All right. Can everybody hear Rainey? Can you guys see him? Can you hear him? How does he look? How do you feel? How do you feel like you look?
I don't know. You tell me.
He was supposed to say good. Where are you right now?
I'm at Moonlight.
Excuse me? Oh, the beach.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I was doing some babysitting for my sister, and now I got free. Took them lunch and all that, and now I'm at the beach. And I gotta go chill over here for a bit till this is done.
Dude, the water's super warm right now.
Dude, it's hot. It's real hot out right now.
It's hot outside, but yes, and it's hot outside. You should be in the Spickenspans studio. It's melty. We're actually not wearing any pants, either one of us.
That's smart move.
Slipping around on these.
Yeah, we got pants on.
Sure.
You wanted everyone to believe that? Because I didn't really want to.
Who's going to believe that?
I don't know. Never know what people believe on the internet these days.
It's 50-50. It's either true or it's false.
It's 50-50. What's your guys' practice schedule looking like?
So, for damage?
Yeah.
I'm flying the weekend before the European event. Mm-hmm. And then some of us are going to Europe, and then the weekend before the layout weekend, and then tournament.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing too.
Yeah, and I mean, normally we do it, and I looked at the schedule, and I heard a bunch of people talking about Europe, and I was like, hey, maybe we should move the weekends in advance, so that way we don't all of a sudden a week before go, hey, we're going to be in Europe. Oh, we're coming to practice. So at least this way all the guys can play Europe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, Rainey, you guys won?
Yeah, D4.
D4 again?
D4.
Dude, you sandbaggers. I feel like you win all of these things.
I have a D3 and D4 team.
Oh, you do?
So D3 was winning the first event this year, and then we've been struggling. And then D4 got second, the first event with our first in D3, and then last event D4 we lost in the first round, but we retooled and added some bodies and then won this event. Yeah.
Damn, dude, it's hard to win these events.
Yeah.
It's so hard. There's so many teams.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
How did your guys deal with the heat? Did anybody get cooked?
Well, so that was the thing, is like the first event we had six guys at the first event, and last event we had six, seven guys, and we didn't really get to use one of them. So this event we added in 3 players. So we had 9 dudes. Mm-hmm. So I told everyone, like, we're changing out bodies no matter what, like right. Just to like get everyone fresh, even if you played well. And so everybody had big points. And the last few weekends, like I kind of like ran my guys in the dirt, and like one of them I felt bad about it, like almost got heat exhaustion. Like I text them like, please take an ice bath, take some salt, like don't die on me, please. I'll be responsible for you if anything bad happens. But yeah, my guys were conditioned for this.
Okay, yeah, that's so. I had my premier line, the Narcos guys. Basically, Ben Sloffer got injured on the second point of the first match, and then Richie had to leave on after match 3. He could only play the 3 matches. So by the 4th match, we were running with 6 guys. And they were cooked, dude. They were cooked. And I only had only 2 of them were front guys. So I had 1 snake guy and 1 Dorito guy. And the Dorito guy couldn't stay alive. So they were cooked. He's like, one of the guys is like, I need a point off. I'm like, well, there's no one else to go. Like, we don't have any more guys. You can't, 2 guys can't ask me for points off.
No, we could use a timeout. And then that.
Oh, no, the timeout was long gone. The timeout was long gone.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, we had 9 guys, so nine's a lot better than 6 or 5, you know.
Yeah, the real Narcos would never be cooked, Oliver says. And then Orlando's team, our D4 team, we had 9 guys. So this is what I actually did with them, which I want. It's so hard, and maybe, I mean, without divulging too much of the coaching technique on this, with like it's hard to run a really big roster. I hate running a big roster with talented guys, because then you're like, some people are sitting and then playing. You play one guy twice, and then the other people are like on one, off one, on one, off one, and it's like, so what I did is I sat basically. We had 10 guys. I sat 2 guys per match, 2 separate people, so that way I could rotate 8, and that way it kind of gives everybody more time, especially on a blind layout. Like I wanted to make sure that guys could get as much. And in D4, you're only playing 2 matches a day on the first day. So, like, that's kind of how I did it.
Yeah, the first day is, like, I try to explain to everyone, like, we're only trying to win. So, like, some guys may not even play, right? So, but on Sunday, if we want to win, like, minimum, you're playing 6 matches, if not 7. This event, they had just ochos and no, like, other wild cards. So, it was only 6 matches. So, I mean, like, those days are brutal. That's like what, like, a pro tournament's what, like, you play 3 matches, maybe 4, but 3 is like, you know, maybe 7, 8 points, 10 points, 30 points, you know? We're playing 6 matches, 5, 6 points, 7 points. Like, that's like what a pro would do, 40 points. So, like, to run those dudes into the ground, like, man, like, but yeah, like I said, like, the first day, I'm just trying to just get through the wins, you know? Just trying to get through those first 2 matches with wins. And funny thing is, we lost the first one. And then the second one we won, but I told everyone, like, you know, stay in it. You know, everyone play. Everyone's gonna get bats.
Yeah. What do you do? What's your game plan with all that hair when it's so hot?
Dude, I have to put it in the beanie when I play. I can't take it off. So like, at least when I'm coaching, I can walk around with it. But when I'm playing, it's like, man, like I want to shave. The last event, I really wish I shaved my head. Like, I really want. I'm close. I'm close to cutting it.
Dude, you're a coward. It's like, you can't. It just you've invested so much time in it.
Yeah, you're like Samson.
I know.
If you cut it off, you lose all your power.
Or maybe you gain power. You never know. You could be faster. You could be, you know, you're definitely lighter.
You're faster. 100% faster. So when I had long hair on Impact, I remember the weekend, like, it wasn't this long, obviously, but I cut it and I went out to the field and I was running around and someone was like, you look faster. And I was like, I feel faster. You know, just all you have is a headband on, just running around in the snake. I definitely feel slower with this.
I mean, when I cut my hair, it's just like I don't even have very much. I feel cooler. I saw one of the one of the refs. I mean, the refs were dropping like flies out there this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that. Like,
What?
you need like 2 pairs of shoes, not for your feet not to be burning.
Oh yeah,
How did they do that?
melting, dude.
I meant to ask them that.
How do your feet?
I know.
melt?
I joked with them. Spicka, you're like, I think you have a 9 and a 14. I walked over there. I'm like, how are you guys doing? And I looked at one dude. He's wearing Crocs, and that means like, yeah, there's airflow. But I was wearing Crocs the week before coaching, and if I stepped on a paintball, the hot paint would come in and burn my feet.
Oh my
And I had
God.
socks on, right? So like we would refer to it because as the tournament goes on, people are playing that like same insert, that god. They're dumping paint and then they're diving in it, and it's just becoming mush. It's napalm. It's straight napalm. They're sitting in this hot fire. So when I see a guy come off and he played a really long point, I'm like, you know what? I think you need to take a seat. Just chill for a little bit.
That's so funny you say that, because I'm like, why is the corner so wet and slippery? Like, I couldn't figure out why the corners in the field were just so mushy and like wet. I think just like the rubber was melting. I think just everything was melting. Someone said they clocked it. Well, I saw on the news that it was said that the asphalt was 155, but I think that they clocked the turf at like 160 or something. Oz joked, because I was like, again, we were down to like 6 guys, and even before that, I'm like, all my guys would come off like this, and I look at him and someone's like, I need to point off. I'm like, dude, he's already getting one, and we can't take 2 of you off. And I'm like, Oz, just go here, just go short. And he's like, dude, when I'm sitting in that Cali, which is that lay down right before the snake, he goes, because I had him sit there and just like hold that outside wide when we had it. And so he'd put his gun over the top and just be shooting and shooting and shooting. He goes, no joke, feels like someone's got 2 hair dryers and they're just blowing him in my face underneath. Someone just got.
Oh man.
Yeah. Which is hilarious. On that. What else you got going on? Do you swim still every day? Yeah, or try to?
I don't go in there as much, but I try to get in there. Like now, this is the time to get in there because it's like hot. But when it's like, some days I fight it. I'm like, I don't want to go. We're not going in.
Is the water warm right now?
Dude, the water's super warm.
You need to do the cove swim.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah, please. Maybe like Saturday or Sunday morning. I have this weekend off.
I don't.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe
I could go Friday. Maybe.
Let's see. Maybe when the boys grow up, I could probably go. Let me see.
6.
I know. I thought about inviting you tomorrow night to nightball. I was like, Brian can't get away from nightball. I was like, no chance.
Nightball. What's up with nightball?
What time are you gonna go?
Probably not. No.
By the way,
No, I'm gonna go up there early and like beat traffic and maybe do drills. But then
so when you say
5 to
early,
9.
is that like 12, 1?
I mean, earlier than 5 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you're planning on playing nightball at 12 o'clock in the afternoon?
I'm gonna do drills.
Okay.
Get like some solo drill sessions out before nightball begins, and then maybe get some food and then play nightball.
Peak temp, so it's a buck 10 at 1 o'clock is when you're just gonna be running some
drills. Dude, it's good training, dude.
I'm gonna go there tomorrow too, but I didn't know if I should.
You are?
Go in the morning. Go in the morning or do that.
You want to be there. I mean, you don't wake up in the morning, but you want to go there first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just go up there. What time does nightball start? Probably night.
5 o'clock.
5 to 10.
Dude, drive up there at 4
It's
o'clock.
5.
People don't. There's no traffic going
dude,
north.
You're not making it through that traffic. You're not making it through.
Is there a lot of traffic going north?
Dude, what?
Oh yeah.
I left at. Don't you remember we just drove up there on Thursday?
Oh yeah, I left at 4:30. But there was an accident.
You left at 4:30?
Wait, or did we get there at 4?
No, we left at 2:30 and got there at 4:35.
That's what it was. There was a lot of traffic going up there.
Yeah.
But there were 2 accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
I
mean it's almost worth it
exactly.
though. Because what are you gonna do for those other hours? I'd just leave at 3, get there at 5, play from 5 to 7. And who cares if you want to sit? You're either gonna sit in your car in the AC or you're gonna sit in the 110
you're
degree.
not maximizing your time. If you leave at 12, now it's only an hour drive,
Mm-hmm.
and now
you're just cooking. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it to 5.
Dude.
5 to 9 on Wednesdays.
Take a break.
Well, I'll tell you who's not gonna be there, and that's me.
I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to play.
I
don't know if I'm trying to go into the deep dark nightball. Anyways,
the children. It's like playing.
No. So at 8:15 we called it because there's no lights, but it stays light out till about that time, and then at like the last set we were like, all right, this is bad, we're done.
yeah.
But then Thursday, I'm turning around and going to Velocity and playing from 8 to 12:30.
Wait, you can do that? That's an option?
No, I'm doing a private one-on-one clinic.
Yeah, Meter said if he leaves now, he'll make it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Let's go, Meter.
Nah, I got 500 says you won't make it here by tomorrow, Meter. No flying, driving only.
He does have a Porsche.
He does have a Porsche. He goes quick. I heard that thing's fast.
He ain't making it.
He ain't making
I've done that drive.
Mm-mm. Meter, you're a coward. Speaking of Meter, we need to come up with, so we need to get our bracket picks going, all right? Once the layout comes out, and we need to figure out what the loser has to do. And I propose that the loser has to bleach their hair for World Cup.
Zero chance.
Dude, come on.
Zero
Imagine
chance.
that. Imagine Rainey fully bleached. You're not going to lose anyway. You already know what to do.
So the
but
only
we
thing
can but here's the best part about it. We get some of the lucky Spick and Span viewers in there. You know what I'm saying?
I have way more to lose. Like, I'm for sure have to cut my hair after that. And I wouldn't bleach it. I would dye it.
Oh, yeah,
color.
because you would have to, it would go, you'd be there for a long time. You know, you can just dye it back. Just dye it back.
Hitchhiked a cup.
No.
Hitchhiked to
Josh
cup.
said.
What'd he say?
He said hitchhiked to cup.
Whoa. No.
No.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a liability, I think, for us. I think that could come back to bite us.
Yeah,
I
that
started
might-
thinking
we
about
might not
that
make
with
it.
how-
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle was a trooper on the last one. Billy, I'm not going to there's got to be, like, if I were to shave my head, there's got to be something humongous on the line. Right? There's got to be, like, I'd do it. But, I mean, it's got to be big. It's got to be big.
Like you win $10,000, or you don't.
I'd shave my head for way less than $10,000. Rainey, what would your price be? What would your price be, Kyle? It might not come back.
Shave it
Yeah. Not bick. You can't not bicking it. You can't bick it. Just like a 2.
like a buzz cut.
Yeah. Shaving it.
I mean, I'd probably do it for
20K Falcon bucks.
2, 3.
we won Falcon bucks
probably
in that
do it.
one thing. Remember that? It was like $25,000 in Falcon bucks. We're like, okay, cool. What can we get? They're like, everything is actually cash value is
Wait, I thought we got
$2,000.
paid cash for that.
No, and we got Falcon bucks.
So 25 cash,
Yeah.
25, 20.
Yeah. We got Falcon bucks, and it wasn't worth much.
I'd do it for $1,000.
$1,000, shave your head.
Yeah.
I might be just above that.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Probably a little bit more than that. Yeah.
But you're thinking about cutting it anyway, so it's just like a bonus.
Yeah.
Exactly. 1,000 would just be like, all right, here you go. I'm like, all right. I'm done.
And Motto, my hair is not long enough for Locks of Love, and I don't think Locks of Love wants any gray hair.
You gotta be
Here,
careful
kid.
who
Here,
you donate
kid.
to.
Here's your new toupee. You look like a 45-year-old man.
Some of those donation hair things I looked into it are scams. Like some of the big ones, they you donate their hair and then they sell it for max value. There's one that's with kids' name in it that you want to donate to. Because they give it to all the sick
I believe
kids.
it. A lot of the charity places are scams, big time. That's why whenever we do a fundraiser here on the show, which we'll do another one, I'm gonna give away that NECTR for us at the end of the year. Usually, or pretty much every time, that whoever wins the grand prize, they also get to choose where a portion of the proceeds get donated to. And so I'll help them. I use that Charity Navigator company whenever we do donations, but like it shows what the companies pay their CEOs. Like everybody thinks, oh, I'm just gonna give it to Goodwill, and like the Goodwill guy gets like a company Bentley and like $500,000 a year. It's like, dude, come on. Like Red Cross, those guys are kind of scoundrels, I think. But you can check all that stuff out. That's also why I liked personally, kind of what Kyle and I did was we just bought like $1,000 worth of gifts off of Amazon, and we went and personally like handed them to the people. We're like, here, this is for everybody who's in this hospital, and they're like, whoa. Because then you know that it's actually getting out to the people. And we did the Boys and Girls Club one, where I literally went in with the guy who runs the local Boys and Girls chapter, and I put $1,000 worth of, or like 900 something, whatever we raised, and like bought toys for him, loaded up the back of his car, and he delivered them all to everybody. So it's good to know where you're absolutely right, where that's going to. I think Kyle Breath wants to cut his hair too and give it away. So once you guys figure it out,
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. But I said I was going to cut my hair last year, and we're almost through this year, so we'll see.
So what do you think? How do you think predictions go for? What do you like? The team. I mean, I know you haven't seen the layout, but like, what do you think of like the Russians? What do you think the state of paintball right now? And then also, what did you think? We'll get into the ESPN show. Did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Let's start there. Actually,
it wasn't bad. I mean, it's cool. We were on TV, right? The only thing I wish they would have done is like people complain about them jumping points to points, which I really didn't care about. Like that wasn't that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. But when they would show the snake side and then flash to the Doritos and then go to the snake and then go to the Doritos and go to the snake and they flash between things, like I think we're trying to cover everything, right? And that's sometimes like even when we do Go Sports, we have the over above camera. We're trying to cover it all. But when you watch, like there was a shot where it's just J-Rab, right, down the snake battling, and it was like slow-mo, and it showed the replay, and I was like, that is sick.
Yeah,
so, I would have just shown the whole show from one guy's perspective, even though that's not what like we were doing, because now like I can go in the pit, I can just watch J-Rab. I don't even have to understand paintball, and I can see his emotion, and he's arguing with this person, and then he's like, all right, good. And he just shows him playing on the field. He's mic'd up. He's shooting. He makes his move. Like, you don't need to know that the Dorito guys are gunfighting or this guys are gunfighting. Just, like, isolate one thing. And I think it'd be easier to follow in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, well, if you think about, like, watching any other sport, essentially, it's all focused on one aspect, one ball, one person, and then the play is made around that person and that ball, right? Mainly the ball is the focal point. Yeah. Very rarely, and actually I don't know of any other sport where like every single player on the field has the ball in a team aspect, right? Imagine watching basketball and there's 10 balls on the field on the court. You'd be like, what the hell is going on here? So I think you might be onto something there, but it is tricky following like one person. But I do think you're right there that they should have had more overhead, less chop back and forth, and then I don't know. I think they have the ability to cut.
Here's the other thing. So on that snake, right? Like that was a focal point. That snake, there was a lot of action. Mm-hmm. So you could just have the overhead of just the snake, and then all of a sudden you and me are in the snake. Now it cuts to yours, your camera and my camera. We're gunfighting, and now you shoot me. Now it just stays with you, shows you going on the field. Now you get shot. Now it goes back to the overhead of the snake, and it shows Kyle Spicka fill out, and now Jason's in there. So like everyone's like, oh, who's winning the snake battle? Yeah. So it's just that snake fight, and it's just the same thing, and it's easier to follow because you're not like trying to cover the middle, and then you're on this side, you're on that side,
Actually, and I think maybe this is what Mike might be kind of alluding to. You know what actually could have worked to that point, because I do think it's important to showcase the entire field, and also there's not all the action is always just right there. It could be just a boring section at one point in time, and then you're just trying to force it. But highlight the points in which action occurred, and then have it happen in each segment, but only focus on that portion, that point in time. Does that make sense? So here's
the thing is like, yes, what you just said too, but again, we try to portray it as a live event, but we got to do a post-production.
Yeah, that's
so
what
we
I'm
really
saying.
could have manipulated all let's say there's 3 or 4 good snake points. We could have just manipulated just from the snake side, or manipulated it just from the Dorito side. So you don't have to like we're portraying the game as it's a live event. Like we got to bounce around. No, it's post-production. So like, let's only focus in on the snake and only show these 2 or 3 points from the snake perspective. And then those are the ones you decide to cut in and out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we also just needed some people to be like dressed up like in Aftershock or Russian Legion jerseys and just get bunkered. We need more bunkering. Be like, okay, great job, everybody. Congratulations, event's over. And be like, okay, we're going to need your guys' jerseys and your guys' jerseys. And then just get some kids out there to be playing. Just like, and then just like getting bunkered and stuff.
Because that is what is good for the GoPro. And it's like, HK did this once in a video where I played with a GoPro at a Huntington Beach event. And they showed me, it showed me playing. Mm-hmm. And then it cut to me on my GoPro bunkering the guy. So you see me playing. And then Cassidy cut, and it just shows me bunkering the guy, and then it goes back to me. And it was so clean because you're like, oh, I you're able to put together what happened. It wasn't just like GoPro overhead, GoPro here,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And actually, yeah, shout out to Mike Carroll pointing this out also. He's like, watching the ESPN show, the post-production one, made him realize how good Go Sports already is. Because a lot of people complain about Go Sports. They're like, oh, man, I don't get to see this. And, like, there's a lot of production that goes into that little bit of, that production to get the show directly on your screen. 10K to shave your head, but you won't play the Elite 101s for 20K. Oliver, I will play the Elite 101s. I've got 3 kids here. I just can't up and like, we're still working on it, pal. Why don't you come on the show?
Make sure you have that Zoom thing up to see if.
Yeah, he's not here.
Rab was in there talking too.
They've got the links. If they want to come on, they're welcome to come on. But yeah, it's. I think, and I did point it out too with the GoPros. I feel like they forgot to put the motion stabilization on. I've watched people go down like those mountain bikers are going like hitting like full things, and the screen doesn't even move. And it's just have you seen like all the how the motion stabilization technology works? And then on the paintball stuff, it was like I felt like they were using GoPro 3s. I think they're on like 13 now. That was I think there was just a setting that. Yes, and it's like it's an oversight. It's one of those things that you're like, all right, is everything dialed? We're good. Lenses are clean. Everything's perfect. And then there was like one little setting that you forget to set. You're like, all my footage.
Oh, no.
I've done it so many times. You go snowboarding and you're like, dude, that's gonna be so sick. And then you're like, the Blair Witch Project. You're like, no, my whole run, my whole trip, like whatever, it runs out of batteries. Like there's one thing that happens, you know?
Yeah.
I've done that so many times. Maybe that's why I kind of like know. You have to know exactly what settings everything are. Yeah. Because the second you use an action camera in action, and you forgot one thing, it's just you're cooked. You can't. That's it. Yeah. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. What do you, let's see, fundraiser, Ag Spam, dude, my man, thank you very much for your support. I haven't done an air horn in a while. So what else you got cooking, Rainey?
Man, just a lot of paintball. Pretty much, that's it right now.
How often do you guys practice, or how often do you personally go up there and practice?
I play at least once a week, but like, man, the Sicario guys that I coach, I mean, I coached them every weekend since I've been back from the events, sometimes twice. And then I coached another team, Velocity, plays D4 and D5. And like, they almost made it to the finals to play us. They got 4th and they went from like 22nd, 28. I went out there one day, worked with them, and then they got 4th place. So like to see them be successful, that was huge. But then, at the same time, I'm like kind of kicking myself because I see them doing well. I'm like, oh man, I have to play against these guys.
Well,
but I refer to it. I refer to it as like funding the Afghans. Like at least I know what they have. Right? I know what guns I sold them. I know what weapons they have. So at least I go in there with that knowledge. But
I need to stop asking you these questions for in the interest of my job security. It sounds like you're the coach to have. He's got all of these guys are doing well. What do you think? Do you think it's important for players like us, obviously playing as much as we possibly can, but do you think that there's benefit for us coaching on the actual field when we're playing?
Like, so for the
meaning, like,
what do you mean?
Like putting our time on the field. So for instance, if you coach rather than playing, obviously, like I said, playing's important. You need to stay sharp on your playing ability, but actually coaching teams, do you think that there's a benefit? There's a direct benefit to our playing ability on the field that we get from coaching teams and coaching players?
Well, I mean, I definitely, when I started coaching, I started becoming a better player for the coach. Like when I was playing with Ryan, like first thing I did, I called Ryan, I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, I make your life hell sometimes, dude. So like, you really become an Indian and less of a chief, right? You're like, I understand what he wants. Like I get ready, I stand in the pit, look at him like, I'm good. Don't say anything, right? Whereas, before maybe I'm like, we gotta be doing this. What are we doing, right? So I think that helps. I think you look at the game like a little bit more from outside perspective. That helps, but I mean I don't know. I like some of the times when I go out there with my guys too, I try to play with them just so I kind of get a little double dose of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes too, like when you do coach a bunch, you kind of like go into this where I've been playing a lot, I'm good, but really in reality I've only been at the field. So the other night I went and played on Wednesday night, and I was playing these long points against the Aftermath. A couple of the Aftermath guys were out there, and I was like, all right, I need to play more paintball. Like it was like hot, and I just like I didn't think I'd been playing enough when I went out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think just being at the field, obviously, if you're there with your gun and playing, it's a huge benefit. But I do believe that there is also a benefit from just the understanding the game perspective and being able to break down scenarios. I think that there's a way to get both if you can play with your team or play against them or just do a couple drills while you're kind of in there. I think is the best of both worlds. But I certainly think that if you're at the field, and that's just step one. I think that's a huge bonus in general. Just kind of keeping it fresh in your mind. But just being able to like eloquate exactly what information you're trying to give and what you're trying to get out of scenarios and teaching people, I think is a big perspective, especially if you are in kind of a position to need to break down scenarios a lot, you know?
Yeah. And so like for like damage, for example, right? Like I can always go to like, I can always take something from coaching and bring it to them, or from damage and bring it to my team. So like the last of 2 events ago for the WC, they had those like double 50s, right? On both wires where they're like both the wedge, and there was a temple on both sides of the field that could prevent that guy from wrapping, right? The snake temple could prevent the 50 snake, the Dorito temple could prevent the 50 Dorito. So when I went to that blind layout we played in Atlantic City, there was that 50 snake, right? And you could prevent that guy from wrapping from a temple. So like I already experienced that scenario at the WC, and I was like, we need to have a call for this because we didn't have a call for that. So damage came up with a specific call to prevent that guy from wrapping, or just to know that I'm on it. Like I'm on the hot dog, I'm on the hot dog, I'm on the hot dog, right? So we know like wherever you're at, whoever's in the snake, they know someone's on it. But if you hear a certain other word and that means somebody's not on it, then you're in the snake and you're like, oh man, that's not protected. So now I need to protect that. So, you know, there's a lot of things like that. Even this last tournament, I had to solve some issues with like, you know, mixing up our lines and like not being so predictable for our Sicario guys. And I feel like damage, we need to do that too. I was like talking to Keith the other day about like, you know, maybe putting in a body here, maybe doing a different package, not getting stuck in these same packages that we kind of just, you know, get in this mundane or this routine of doing the same things. And with my guys, I was doing like, I had a guy that would play right-handed on the snake, and then when we went to the Doritos, I'm like, you're right-handed on the Doritos. And then the guy would play left-handed on the Doritos, I make him play left-handed on the snake. So that player, that's like a killer for our team, he got to play both sides of the field during the tournament in the same matches. So I could get him like, you know, points on both sides, which was really beneficial. It's not just the same dude. Now we line up. They don't know if he's attacking snake, attacking Doritos, is this guy running, that guy running. So just kind of being unpredictable. And I mean, the pros have more diverse players. Oh, there he is.
You got to turn your phone sideways, big guy. There he is.
I thought he was just calling me one-on-one there. I was like, dude, my whole camera blew up and it's just him.
Shout out to Rainey. Shout out to
How we
Rainey.
doing?
Shout out to Rainey. I say, Rainey, are you interested in playing the Elite 101 for $20,000 in Bangkok, Thailand? Say yes or no. He said yes. Shout out to Rainey.
So I want to clarify something really quick.
He doesn't have to ask his wife.
He doesn't know.
And he doesn't have to
anybody.
work. He's a
I have to ask
professional.
myself.
He's a professional. He knows what he needs to do, and he shows up when he needs to do it. Shout out Rainey. Kyle, you're next on the list, buddy. I think you just took Ryan Greenspan's spot.
Let me just clarify something. I would love to go to Thailand, all expenses paid trip, to have a chance at winning in the HORMESIS 1v1. I need to have someone sign off on that off season. It's an off season trip. This is a big ask. Can you just give me a couple of weeks? Let me get back from Paris and let's just see how well Camille did.
How far you're in the doghouse?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm going to Paris.
All right, fair enough.
That was a tough one.
Fair enough.
I'm going to Paris for
I
far
get it.
less
I
than
get it.
than the opportunity.
I get it. I'm retired. I don't have kids. I don't have to ask anybody anything.
You should.
So
You see some of these videos, my man. I'll put you on FaceTime. It's triage in my house.
I mean, this is your life.
This is my life. This is my life. This is you know.
But I just shouting out to the pros. You know, shout out Rainey. Just shouting out Rainey. Shouting out to all the guys who just said yes.
So who else?
J-Rab's in here. J-Rab doesn't even know what's going on. He's like, dude, what's your deal? I'm like, do you not look at the internet? Like, you know, there's things going on for over a year. And he's I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you. J-Rab is so rich. He doesn't even matter. Like, he's already getting paid. He's getting paid Russian players.
Fedorov, one of my favorite players. He can't go. He told me he has to work. I said, damn. All these guys that I thought were professionals, they got like other jobs. They're like, I don't know. They got other things going on. So
here's my listen to my sales pitch.
Okay.
So at first I was like, when you said it, I was like, I don't want to travel. I don't want to do anything. And then I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, how many times or how many people in the world get invited to a full paid trip to Thailand? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care about winning or losing. Like, I was like, I'm going to get a trip to Thailand. Like, how can I turn this down? Like, this is something in 5 months where I'm going to regret not doing it. So whatever, like, hurdles I got to go over to get there, like, if I lose in the first round, I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just going to be a fun trip. So that's like, so after like maybe 2 hours.
You're a contender. So, you know, people are going to lose. Good people are going to lose. It's just the fact of the matter. But it's just that saddling up to the call. That's what I'm talking about, Rainey. So thank you for saddling up. And Ryan, I understand you.
Maybe I'll bring the whole family. Maybe I'll just, you know, I'll just go into the
you need a pit crew. You're gonna need a good pit crew. And Sloan's just epic pit crew.
She is.
And Camille, she hasn't done it, but she's probably gonna be very good. And then definitely the boys, you know.
Rab's in the chat right now. He said he asked for a rule book, and you told him to watch a YouTube video.
It's a one-on-one, Rab.
Rab, you watch YouTube. Have you ever heard of YouTube?
He's on it right now. He's on it right now.
Yes. Right. Can I get a rule book? Like, what kind of amateur, like, what is this, you know?
I want a rule book. Do you guys have a rule book by the chance?
No.
No.
Of course not.
No.
We're amateurs also, you know? We're trying to be professional here. But the difference is if I called Steve Rabikoff and I said, Steve Rabikoff, do you want a all-expense-paid trip to Thailand with a chance to win $20,000 and be the best dueler in the world? Steve Rabikoff would say, fuck yeah, give me the point, you know? J-Rab's over here going, give me a rule book.
Give me a break.
Anyways, man, I'm just clowning. I'm just kidding. I'm just being a joker. So, and Kyle, if you got cut, bro, I'm pissed off. I'm going to come and get some of those guys.
I didn't get cut.
All right.
He didn't get cut. It was just, it was clickbait.
I can breathe again. I can breathe.
So who's all confirmed to go? So you got 20 guys.
No, there's nobody confirmed. So the thing is, you know, it's a work in progress. Uh-oh.
Wait, so Rainey's not...
Is it 16 or 20?
Rainey's like, hold on, wait a minute.
No. So everybody, I have to just, you know, I have to see if people are interested, right? So if people are interested, then technically they've been confirmed in my book, but I have to pay the money to get them the airfare. You know, we have to do a little bit more due diligence. But so far, I got Rain Dance. I got Ryan Moorhead. I got Keith Brown. I got Jacob Edwards. I got Dimitri Ninos was an absolute yes legend. I think he's on there.
He's here.
Shout out to you, Demeter. Freaking love you. So that's 5. I've got sorry, you know, let me just
Archie?
maybe Archie was a hell yes. Shout out to Archie. Who else do I got here? Sorry. My mind's going a million things, so I can't think of everybody right now.
Hey,
but
where are you right now?
Yeah. It looks like you
I'm at my mom's house. I'm in Florida. I just finished a tour stop in Canada, which was epic, and then I'm just chilling here for a couple. I'm going to Peru on Wednesday, and then I got a private clinic one-on-one in Kansas with the Todd Boyers, and then I got the Alabama, and then we're ready to go.
And when is it happening?
Well, the tour is the last stop is not going to be till December 4th through the 8th. And I'm going to be sending out more information to you, Rainey, and everybody else that's partaking in it. J-Rab, maybe you.
Sending out the
I
rule
don't have
books.
I don't have a rule book, so maybe you don't want to do it. But that's a good excuse that if you don't show up because I don't have a rule book, that's a great excuse to get out of it. Ryan, your excuse is really good. And I really want Kyle there because Kyle is just a dueler. And Kyle, shout out to Kyle because he was the first one who ever dueled. And shout out to Clay. Yeah, they crushed it.
Yeah, I played Clay here.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
So yeah. Anyways, but I can't remember everybody who's on the list right now, but they're all good. They're all the best. I got buddy Cody Mikowski because he won a 1-on-1, I believe. I'll tell you who hasn't replied was you, J-Rab.
Who's you?
Fedorov replied no. Barytnikov has not even answered a message. Mishka hasn't answered a message. Who else?
Mouse.
Tyler's in. Mouse is in. Tyler's in. Mouse is in. So those are two guys. Well, they said they're interested. You know.
Mouse ain't flying out there without a concierge.
Well, I think he wanted to go back to Bali. So I think he just wanted to go later in the month.
Yeah. So, anyways, the point is I got some super good players, and probably more to come. And then also, I'm gonna probably invite Tommy Greenleaf and probably Chris Caputo and Jacob Johnson. Travis Newsom doesn't reply to my calls anymore. I don't know. He thought he got cheated or something, so he
Gavin
gave
Newsom?
up.
You're cool with him too?
No, not Gavin Newsom, but they're kind of friends. Travis Newsom.
Oh.
They're like cousins or something.
Where in Thailand is it?
Oh, one night in Bangkok, make a grown man stumble. So yeah, it's probably good that you don't go, Rin. It's just probably smarter, you know. Kyle, gonna need you there. Rainey, gonna need you there.
Rainey's in. Rainey's like, you're gonna pay for
Rainey's in. Rainey, shout out to Rainey also because he was a coach for Chris Caputo. So shout out again, Ryan. Are you gonna come to the SC Village one? That would be great to have you as a general.
Yeah, I'm there.
See it.
I think it's the same weekend.
We can pay you whatever you need. You know, tell us whatever you need. You know.
Okay.
I am gonna
bring the whole family. That way, you know, I just need you. All I need is you to babysit the boys for like 3 to 5 hours.
Easy, bro. You know how Uncle does it. I just let them run.
They don't move yet. They just scream.
That's fine. Fine. We just burp them and fart them and
Yeah. I actually got thrown up on so many times today that I put this shirt on before the show and they threw up on me here and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll.
That could be the new Greenspan camo, the child vomit camo.
I like it.
The baby vomit camo.
Actually, all my clothes kind of look like that. So okay, so there's the final, the U.S. final, right? And then whoever wins that gets a ticket out to Bangkok.
No, so everybody who's won is Rainey still here?
Yeah,
Rainey's still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be talking over Rainey, but yeah. So everybody who wins gets an invitation. So the guy who won in Thailand, he gets an invitation. Stoney, who won in England, he gets an invitation. The Germany guy, yes, Stoney won one. The German guy, he gets an invitation. There's going to be 3 Americans. So we already had one, Dylan Bounds. He gets an invitation. We got a Canadian guy, Rizzardo. He's a G. He gets an invitation. And then we still have 3 more. So we have Alabama. We have Mexico with at Arturo's place. And then we got SC Village. So we got 3 more heroes we're harvesting from that geographic location. So everybody gets an invitation, whoever wins.
Oh, damn.
So how many people total will be in the one in Bangkok?
So there's going to be 8 for the grand finale for the search for the best in the world. That's not yours. For the pro invitation, there's going to be 16. And the pros, we're going to play a little bit hardier of a match. You're going to play 30 minutes with a 15-minute halftime, and it's going to be a race to 15 minutes, 15 points after win by 2.
That's my only thing I said. I was like, this is a young man sport because it's like,
you're a
young man.
I'm in. You're a young man. Ryan is not young. You're a young man. You're still a young man.
So you have to play 4 matches, 30 minutes long.
So, bro, you're gonna play 1 match. If you win, you're gonna have to play more. Yes. Yeah. But the thing is, bro, is you can handle it. It's a pro. It's not so hard, right? Right? You know, it's like it's not so hard.
How long were the first ones? How long were the first
race to 10?
2 of them.
Yeah, I think in Clay, mine it was
you got a
10,
time limit.
10 to 7 or 10 to 8.
Yeah, it's the original, the regular duel for the majority of people, not the pro version, is 20 minutes, race to 10, have to win by 2. And to be honest, it's good, but it's not enough if you're pro. You know, you need a little bit more. And if you're getting your ass kicked, it goes really quick. You know? It goes
Can you
like
self-concede? Can I just go in there and just concede?
Yeah, you
and
can.
then just
You
enjoy
can.
Thailand? Okay.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
to go
You
to
can.
Thailand.
But you know, Rainey, you're a gambler, so you know this is what I like about
Do
you.
they have
know?
casinos?
Rainey
in
doesn't like to
Bangkok?
lose.
Oh, they got everything, bro. It's so
Okay,
one night in Bangkok makes a grown man stumble.
Is it stumble or humble? Yeah.
Bumble, stumble.
Bumble, stumble. Dude,
know,
it's all of it.
have
It
twins.
has any bumble.
have twins, everything in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you guys. I really love this show. I love what you guys are doing. You guys are amazing. I love what you guys I just love seeing you guys. I gotta go though.
Well, I'm excited to see you here in a couple weeks. Real quick, what's been your favorite spot so far on the HORMESIS Dual Tour?
That's a hard one, but definitely Thailand. Well, Thailand's just the best. It's just, you know, like, look, you play paintball to experience the world and to travel. Like, this is why I think that this is a cool opportunity for people, especially even Rainey, you know, you've been pro for a long time. You know, the world's wild and you know, Asia's a very foreign place. And I remember going to Malaysia for the first time, you know, remember, right? It's like just mind blowing, right? So the grand finale in Thailand is just going to be one of those events, kind of like those old Malaysian events that just, you know, shock your world. And that was a great event, my favorite place. But I will say the Canadian tour just now was awesome. And the Greensboro tour, shout out to Paintball Central. And Tyler, I know you guys did an interview with him right afterwards, but like, man, Greensboro was just strong, Kyle. Like your home, your neck of the woods was strong, bro. Like the players were so good, you know, the whole community came out. And honestly, that's just like, that's the thing that's fueling me in all this, you know? And I guess you guys see it in the WC, you know? So you guys felt it this weekend, but it's like, man, like Greensboro was just like warmed my heart because it was like, future talent, it was old school talent, you know, everybody was mixed in, and so it was really cool to see, you know. And the kid who won, Dylan Bounds, man, he's a beast, you know. And the other kid who took second, Chris, he now plays for the Ironman. So it's kind of cool to see how things kind of escalate really quickly.
Nice.
It's actually nice because you took December in Thailand is actually the coolest of all the that's the coolest month. It's only 88-degree average temperature.
That's right. I did that just for you and the family.
Yeah, that's good. The kid, Camille, and the kids all love cool temperate climates.
Yes. All right. Well, listen, I just love you guys. Kyle, I'm so glad you didn't get cut, man. I was going to go over there and have to break some legs, you know.
Thank you.
And Rainey, so good to see you, bro. I'm so excited for you, and we'll be in touch.
When you coming to an NXL? When you gearing back up?
Never see me again. But I'll be playing the duel and the joust. And I'll maybe I'll just come to bunker some people and get out of there because nobody bunkers anybody.
Aren't you coming
anymore.
back to? Aren't you coming out to practice next weekend?
Maybe, yeah. I got to go to Peru, but maybe I could just stop in for a little bunker.
Send him.
What's in Peru?
Mission Impossible, bro. I can't tell you on the airways. But Kyle, call me later. I'll fill you in.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, and Rainey. Bro, just keep growing that hair out. It looks good, dude. You got to braid it. That's the code. If you braid it, you get a 6 cents. You got to braid it and play.
Maybe I'll have to braid it for the one-on-one.
No, better in the other game because you get 6 cents from it. That's the
You
code.
could put some beads on there.
Yeah, you don't want the beads to get shot because it'll break on them.
Yeah, and then also you just get that 6 cents. You know, so that's the trick.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Love you guys.
All right. Say hi to your mom.
See ya.
Later, over.
I will do. Bye.
Later.
All right. Well, it sounds like I don't have much of a choice. See how that discussion goes in the house on the way up here, on the way back. Camille does want to go on a vacation though, and I think having an 8 month.
You can not say what it's for, and then be like, "You want to go to Tropical Island?" and then show her pictures
Of the best part of Bangkok. Have you ever been to Bangkok?
No.
It's not like it does not look like a tropical island.
But you can find those little
I'll just put it that
pictures
way.
of the boat tours and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be some sort of there would have to be some sort of adventure going on after that. Yeah, that's a tough sell. It's gonna be a tough sell. It's gonna be a tough sell. Yeah. But maybe I could just go pop in for the weekend and after the season's over and be like, hey, I just got like a little bit extra. Just got a little extra stuff to do. I mean,
Yeah.
you thought I was done, but I wasn't even close to done.
When do you leave for Paris?
I leave for Paris. Yeah, that's the big thing. So here's how all of my travel. This is gonna set a precedence for the rest of my career. I think in my careers, I don't know if it's on this direction, but it's certainly at least here and possibly kind of like wavering on the downward pace. Opposite of the stock market lately, Rainey, which we're cooking again, baby. We're cooking.
Good day.
So I go. My schedule is. So I have this weekend off. I had to take this whole weekend off because next week I go to practice. Same as you. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be in Sacramento. I come home Sunday night, and then I leave Monday for Paris, and I'm there for a week, 7 days. Well, I get there on Tuesday, but I'm gone for a week.
When's the date of that again?
I don't know, like the 20-something. And then I go as soon as we get back on Monday.
It's not. It's
So Paris is. I think I leave for Paris on the 26th.
oh, it's this weekend.
Yeah, the 30th, the week of the 30th. But the Nations Cup is on Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm coaching the Templars on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a local team. Then I come home Monday, and then I leave for San Antonio to practice X Factor on Wednesday. Then I'm practicing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come back Sunday night, and then we go to Chicago the following Wednesday. So like, in like 4
You know what you need to
days-
buy?
What? Yeah.
Tesla robots. Optimus Prime guys.
I don't have an Optimus right now, and an Optimus. I don't have the Optimus just yet.
Here you go, honey. This is my replacement for the couple of weeks I'll be gone.
Yeah. I was actually just gonna put this mannequin right here behind Kyle. I was just gonna put him in the house, and just print out a picture of my face, but like print out a bunch of different pictures of my face, so at least she can put like a new picture up every day, and then maybe.
No, you need to tape an iPad to the face, and then anytime they need to call you, you just plug in real quick.
That's actually a good call. I'll do that. I'll start there. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a hectic couple of weeks. That's when I'll be like, hey, when I get home, what do you say I go to Bangkok for a week to possibly win 20 grand? Yeah. So we'll see.
See, I don't feel bad about not inviting you tomorrow. I have a feeling you wouldn't be able to come play night ball. That's
Yeah, I'm really hopeful that the Giant San Diego Park gets set up.
Where's that at exactly?
It's about 45 minutes east of here. I think it's on. I don't know if it's Barona or Viejas. Mixe, are you in here? But it's equally as it's not as hot, which is nice. And so that's my biggest deterrent, right? Is it's an hour and a half in traffic, kind of each way. So it's in Ramona, hour and a half each way. We just had a little freeze.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
And I heard some dogs barking.
Dogs
and
barking,
then...
and then the internet went down. That's how it goes. Someone's cooking something in there. So we it's an hour and a half for me to get up to ASG each way.
Unless
so
you go at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m.
It's unless you go between 2 and 5, and then it's about 2.5 hours. So it's a little tricky to get away for that amount of time. But if I could zoom out, like be back, if it's like an hour and a half round trip, and I could spend like 2 hours at the field, we can work that in. We can make that happen. So I'll be talking to Gio and seeing if they can kind of expedite that. Because that's really what we need. We need to be able to get to a field, really. I think that's the ticket. Obviously, the Russians kind of have proven that being able to play every single day is big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
They may be in trouble.
Then they'd be in trouble. That's for sure.
No. Yeah, they may be in trouble. Right now, we're in trouble.
Yes. I'm in extra
I was trying to
trouble.
tell. I was explaining that to someone. I'm like, well, it's like this and that, and then 30% of the Russians. I'm like, well, they're in their own category. We're not like them. Nobody is. So, we'll just ignore them for now as an anomaly.
It was like in F1. I mean, I guess last year and a half, 2 years, where Max Verstappen just dominating everyone, and so they just stopped putting him at the top. It's just like from second down, and then the fight for this for second place.
Oh, is he still doing so well? Really well?
Not. I don't think so as much. I think now it's getting a little scattered, but he was winning like every race for a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
disappeared. My phone died.
Oh, there you are.
He said if he disappears.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, like everybody can understand that practice is the key, right? Why the bigger budget teams don't require that or force their guys to do, I don't know. Like Heat and Impact used to do, like, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they just do one practice per event. Like, it just seems like with the amount of money that he's spending, he should be like, no, you know what? I want to win. We're doing 2 full weeks. Like, clear your schedule and be here the whole time, because that's kind of what we're paying you to do. If we had the budget to be able to do that and pay the guys accordingly, I think everybody would be on board. I mean, I think everybody's already on board, but it's just a real life kind of thing, and I think that's where that bridge between the two things happen, and maybe this ESPN deal, if they sign a big deal and things happen and there's more money that's in the league and there's some sort of trickle down economics that sprinkle all the boys with some cheese, we'll be able to do something like that. But it would have to be, like the collective bargaining agreement amongst the pros. There would have to be something like pretty substantial in order for it to make sense for anybody. Because, like, say the league, in just some quick math, got $1 million. Well, the league needs to have some infrastructure and some money, and then the refs need not an upgrade, but they're going to need to get some of that money. The bigwigs are going to have to get paid. The league is kind of already losing money, so I don't know how much of that would go down to the teams, but each team gets 30 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand. There's just not enough money at $1 million, $10 million that you get some. Yeah. So it's and I just don't know. I don't know. Collective bargaining and paintball teams and owners and players don't have the balls to hold out on anything, because most of the people, more than half the league isn't. I mean, some of the guys in the a lot of guys in the pro league are paying their own way, or paying for their own stuff. So like, they're like, well, I mean, sure, it'd be cool to get some money, but I'm not going to hold out to get money because we don't get money as it is. Right? And so that was already a thing that kind of came up when the talks were already happening. They're like, okay, we're going to give everybody's likeness. And everybody's like, yeah, cool, we're down. And Travis was like, no. And we're like, nah, you can't just have our NIL rights for nothing, because we're not getting anything out of that. And Travis obviously has a much bigger brand than, well, not, I don't know, arguably makes more money off of the infamous brand and Pro DNA side of things than Dynasty does off of its brand. But it's important to protect your intellectual property rights, and I just don't think that a lot of teams really care about that.
No, not really. Only a couple teams.
Yeah. Are you holding out or what?
I mean, I don't know. Like, depends on like the amount of money and what we do with the money. Like, if they just say they're going to divide it up amongst us, like even if it's $1 million, that's like, you think about that, what, 200 people, that'd be $5,000. If they just gave it all the players $5,000, and $5,000 is not really going to change anything. So I'd rather
we're just buzzing our heads at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, cool, I'm getting $5,000. Do I have to cut my hair? No? Tight.
Yeah.
I'd rather us invest that into the infrastructure, and then instead of, I get everybody wants to get paid, and then it's going to be like a money grab, and then we go to the big wigs and that. But I'd rather us take that $1 million, and do something big, like make a big splash. Like, there was talks about how much money the Hurts thing came in. Who knows what it was? But I'm like, my idea was, you run a tournament, a one-on-one tournament, and you invite like the biggest name pros, like yourself and Spicka, because you guys do the podcast. Not me. You invite Marcelo, Tyler. You invite some of the the divisional guys that are like, very active on social media. Okay. So let's say we were working with $250,000. You would run all Hertz bunkers on that field. Okay. Cause that's the money came from. You pay for the event. Like, let's just say a one-on-one tournament at Huntington Beach, you give away 150 grand, right, to the winner, one-on-one, two-on-two. And then at the end of the year, you could go to Hertz and tell Hertz what you did with the money. And maybe it does nothing, right? Maybe it does nothing. But now, like, you live stream it, you see that Kyle Spicka won 100 grand. You're like, this paintball player won 100 grand. Like, that has like a little maybe effect, maybe a ripple effect, right? Rather than us just kind of like, all right, 5 grand here, 4 grand here, 2 grand here, 3 grand, and then poof, $1 million, right? I'd rather just burn it all as fast as we can with a flash in the pan. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's funny that the NIL stuff came up. Just so you guys know, is I believe that there's something on the waiver that's basically like, yeah, you don't really have rights to your likeness. That's why the videographers and photographers actually make more money than all of the pro players, just kind of shooting the content, and they're out there doing their job on the field, and they get the content, and then they can sell it to whoever they want. They can post it on their own profiles, this, that, and the other. And we don't really, I say we as a generalization, don't really have access to any content without paying for it. The NXL sometimes sends us Go Sports content, which is, pretty neat to get that sort of thing. But NIL is basically when there's signs out there that say this event is being recorded, and if you're here, we have the NBA Verb also pays the players quite a bit of money, and each team does have content teams, and then press. So there's a little bit of a give and take on all that stuff, and make no money now, just okay. The money off of, but you still get access to our likeness, and that's the whole idea. 2022. So you still have access. So photographers still have access to shoot anybody and sell that content to anybody. That's what I'm talking about. Without paying in the players. And there is no players union. There wouldn't be a players union. I proposed that at least the players could have access to their own photos, and that was met with some harsh backlash. I just want to not repost pictures. I'd like to have like a picture that I could post. So shout out to, and I know Verb and you and Rai Guy are really, really cool with me being able to just kind of like grabbing some stuff. There should be, I don't know. That's a contentious thing because you guys don't want to work for free. So it's tough. Media Gang, Meteor will buy reels off you. And it makes sense.
For Tiger Wear.
Yeah, Tiger Wear pays. Yeah, the company's
$500 to $700 an event.
Yeah,
for media.
Yeah. And that makes sense to brands to do that. But it'll be interesting to see how that works with ESPN or other bigger content companies coming in, how that would work. So I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm also not a lawyer. I think that's a big.
That's why you got.
There's an asterisk.
That's why you got to call Kevin. At least Tampa Bay Damage has a lawyer. So if I mess up, Mike, call Kevin, dude.
Yeah, we got Brian. We got Brian Stewart. We do. I got three lawyers on staff. We got Brian Stewart. We've got
Pate Smith.
We got Pate Smith, just in case it gets too hot here and my house melts. Yeah. Call his ass for the adjustment. And then we've got Chris Shear Law, and I got the Shear Law letterhead. So I mean, between me, the Shear Law letterhead, and ChatGPT, you can send some stern letters out. You can send some stern letters out there. Yeah, Verb. I keep getting Instagram money for my reels. It's like, you've got an invoice from Meta. I'm like, what did I buy? And it looks up. It's like, you made $1.16 this month, and I'm like, tight. So all the money that I made this year from Meta, I think I can buy like less than like half. Like I can buy the chips and guac at Chipotle. Not the full burrito.
Instagram recently kept me from now, like, I got a strike for doing something. I don't even know what I posted a picture of a paintball gun, which I've been doing the whole time. and they keep me from now going live, and something else. Like I'm on a 3-month
Yeah, we had
ban
that.
or something.
Hopefully the facial recognition. Good thing we're on Google's platform, not Meta's platform, because otherwise facial recognition might have throttled our viewership. Having you on there, they're like, oh, this guy's on again. Don't let him on. What do we got? Anything good?
I was just checking
Oh yeah.
if there's any
Yeah.
backtrack.
We speaking of viewership, we actually got a lot. We've got this is a very, for the midsummer, not a lot of things going on. Obviously we got the practices coming up. We're gonna have the Paris event coming up to talk about, and then we've got NXL Chicago in the picks. So we've got a lot of cool stuff setting up in the pipeline. But for like a mid WCPPL, there was a lot of buzz around Kyle's status on the team on Diesel, because someone posted that he got cut, so we it kind of took a little big, bottom tier podcast we were called. First of all, I think we're a vlog, and we're the #1 vlog on YouTube at 4 p.m. on Tuesdays discussing paintball.
Yeah, it was a little aggressive.
Very aggressive, very aggressive. And Kyle, did you get cut?
I didn't get cut,
Didn't get
so
cut.
it looks
Did you
like
take
it was
a pay cut?
Nope, no pay
cuts.
cut.
No cuts. Do you have any physical cuts on your body?
No.
No.
Maybe just paper cuts.
You didn't get hit by a tent this weekend?
No.
Dude,
No?
how about that? That was pretty tight. Twisters, dude. They're filming
Oh, sick.
the third installment of Twisters.
I feel like I don't know. It's not everyone, but it seems like there's some people in the paintball community that are just against players getting paid to play, and I don't like that. They feel like that's, I don't know, it shouldn't be a thing, but I also feel like that helps drive a lot of our competitive paintball players up and coming.
Well, yeah, I mean, people should definitely be paid to play in any high aspect of the sport. It makes total sense. That's the kind of the professional part of the sport. And, it's funny because I'll hear that, like, you hear it on, like, small microcosms about people like, oh my God, that's crazy. He gets to get paid this much money to go play paintball because, like, and I pay to do it. It's like, do people whinge and, like, get mad that Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes gets a huge paid big bucks to, like, play, or these golfers get paid huge bucks to, like, win an event, or endorsement deals? There's always going to be a high end aspect of the sport. And while I believe that everybody who plays on the professional level, especially in paintball, because it's not really a whole lot of money, it's not a significant amount of money that guys are getting paid to where they can, like, just FU money. It's not like you're going to be like, I got this big deal from Diesel or Russians or Impact, and I can now say FU, I'm buying my house and I've got, like, everything cared. It's like guys are still scraping to get by. So the amount of money isn't like an FU type of money. It's like, this is great. It's going to help me continue to play and do what I love. Yeah. And it's like, guys should be recognized for their talents. J-Rab, you're absolutely right. You could argue that, like, being loyal, like, I made the biggest mistake out of anybody by staying on Dynasty for, I probably turned down a cumulative $1 million over the course of the past 2 decades just to play on the same team with my friends. But we should absolutely, Rainey should get paid. You should get paid. And people should be paid to play the games or do anything that they're extremely good at. That's the reason you do it, and that's, I think, makes total sense. And I it's funny that you hear, like, hate in the small microcosm of this, but the same type of people wouldn't really be mad at any other people getting paid big bucks at, like, jobs. Or maybe
There's still people that hate on the football players getting paid. Like, that's ridiculous.
I know.
I think it's just people. I think that's like, I don't want to rip on those people doing it. They're going to come after me.
Yeah, we were decided to hold I decided to hold my tongue as well.
Some people just like to see the world burn,
yeah.
And it's there's a pessimism, and it's like, it's funny because there's exposure that you get from being cynical. There's exposure that you get from being positive, negative. There's always going to be a niche audience for everything, whether it's promotion or it's burning it down, right? And that's obviously the beauty of entertainment, right? There's always going to be somebody eager to tune in, and people will say things whether they agree with them or not. And that's actually a kind of an interesting off-topic, side-topic thing, is like saying bullshit that you don't believe in, right? Is that like how, or maybe you do, I don't know. Like it's interesting. It's an interesting kind of just mindset on how to spread your word and spend your time, I think. And yeah, jealousy is another thing. Jealousy, what they say, jealousy is the Alex told me the other day something, and I kind of now forgot it, draw a blank, but
it's comparison. Comparison is like the thief of joy.
Thief of joy. That's what it is. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? And it was one of those things like, oh man, like that guy, like damn, talking about someone who's like got it all. You're like, damn,
But do they really? Or
do they really? No,
they,
you're
like,
absolutely right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, sick, dude. You got paid big bucks to go play with, X team, and it's like, is it like that much better? Is the grass greener? Are you stoked on that? Sometimes you can make it work. And yeah, I got an Ironman offer back in the day. I got a Latin Saints offer back in the day. So I've gotten a handful of things. And yeah, that it also goes back to you can never make a perfect product. There's never the perfect scenario. And it's funny, like if you think about that, like what could make your iPhone better? What can make your hat better? Like what is it that's missing out of this item that really like makes you so upset that you're gonna write a bad review of it? Funny, I got an Airbnb. Some lady started the 3-star Airbnb rating with lovely stay. Everything was exactly as described. We had an amazing time, but the lock was a little finicky, and you asked us to take out the trash. 3 stars. Well, the trash was like, if you'd kindly take out the trash instead of leaving it in there to rot and fester. And sorry that we just had the keys rekeyed. We explained that to you. You just started it off with everything was as described and you had a great time. And it's like, come on, you know what I mean? But it's an interesting dichotomy, like on the psyche, the mind. Like, what is it that that's the killer of joy, right? That's the comparison thing. Someone is like, I don't have this,
or I couldn't achieve it.
Yeah, who knows? There we go. Carrying the show to top tier status and a highly rated coach. There we go. Ag Spam.
Thank you.
With the beauty. Yeah, I mean, and just so everybody knows, because I know we have a lot of newcomers and newer viewers, it's tricky to make the paintball professional side of it profitable without raising entrance fees or going back to non-professional venues. So we'd go to, like, if we went back to fields, it would save a lot of money. Then you could probably increase the prize package. But from what I understand, and I think we're still working, I'll get these numbers later on because Tom has mentioned it a handful of times. But it comes down to a time. How many games can we fit in this amount in daylight hours? Because this is how much it costs on an hourly basis for the refs, for the venue, for this. And if we can only fit X amount of games on each field, and this is how much it costs, well, then there's no way to scale that up without increasing the price to play, which is already extremely high.
Just add 2 zeros in the back of everything. We'll be good.
Yeah, just add a buck, right?
Just make it a bigger sweat.
Add a buck for every case of paint sold. And then who do you give it to? Do you give it to the divisional teams so they get more return on their investment? Do you give it to us? Who do you give it to? The whole system's broken. It's a traveling circus, and the Pro League does need to be separate. You're absolutely right. But then it's expensive to set that up. It is absolutely without a imagine if everybody across the board, every single item sold, there's a $1 tax. Whether it's the squeegee went $1, this headband went from 100 to 101, The NECTR pouch went from $5 to $6. You know, like everything was added a $1 tax on every sale item at every single event, and that money was thrown back to the players. Because again, at the end of the day, there's only 10%. Like I think it's less than 10% of the teams and the players that are playing want an increase. Will vote to increase the entrance fee because look back at this thing that X-Ball posted. There's only been like 6 teams that won an event. So obviously, you know, Damage would vote for it. Diesel probably wouldn't. The lower 15 teams, Russians will for sure be like, yeah, we'll pay an extra $100 to play in this event if that means our prize money goes up by like double, right? But think of all the other divisional teams. How many teams are across the entire nation? Out of every single team, so World Cup has 600 teams. That's an extra $60,000 if everybody paid an extra $100 that goes to the top of the teams. But 80 or 90% of those guys are like, I'm not gonna win this thing. We're coming here to have fun, drink some beers if we get knocked out, drink some beers regardless, and I don't want to pay an extra $100 so that it goes to Dynasty or the Russians or to Trade My Gun Outlaws or who wins these divisional events? Narcos, TJ Bastards, Wrecking Crew. I don't know. Throw out a name. Who wins? Who wins the semi-pro team?
Wrecking Crew. We've practiced on the last few events before the tournaments, and they've been doing well. I go with Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. Young Stevie. Oh, shout out to Young Stevie. Thanks for having our back, Stevie.
Yeah.
You got a little PTG fan in the house. Stevie, click that join button and we can get your name in green. We'll get you some new emojis. I'll even throw in a Young Stevie emoji if you join the channel. I did the PTG guys hit me up and I did a cameo for them. You can get me on Cameo too. I got multiple revenue streams out there. I did a cameo shout out for PTG.
So question for you, maybe the audience. I was trying to think of this the other day. What should I go for Halloween? I know it's not too far away. What should I go for Halloween?
Shave your head, be J-Rod. Easy.
That's not right.
All right. What are our options?
Well, you also have to decide if your hair is going to be cut or not.
I mean, you could be a scarecrow.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough. That's a tough costume.
What?
I don't think so.
Some straw. It'd be a little
All
itchy.
you got to do is
take some Benadryl.
You just have to put some like hair.
I'm trying to play paintball in this costume.
Oh yeah, then for sure you got to be a scarecrow.
You don't have to get like
stuff myself with straw and run around with straw all day.
All you have to do is like glue some to like coming out of your jersey. Well, maybe you don't have to do real straw. Because I'll tell you what,
in that gorilla suit when I got shot, I did not. You couldn't feel it. You didn't feel a thing.
Nah.
No.
Imagine playing that gorilla suit at ASG this weekend.
I would die. I mean, I played it in Florida, and like luckily it cooled off a little. But I mean, it's still hot in Florida in October. It's still humid. Like that was that was tough.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. No, it's got to be something that you can actually... Ow. I was a banana last year.
Yosh... I almost was that. I saw that costume. That was a good one.
Yosh was a Lucha Libre. Played in a Lucha Libre mask.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
I dressed up as Marcelo a couple years ago. It was like on point, too.
I can't dress up as a Dynasty player.
Team USA shirt.
Yeah, it was
Team
a Team
USA shirt and fanny pack.
Fanny pack, the glasses, the scarf. I had a Burberry scarf. I had the whole thing. White pants. Let me see if I can find that.
Oh yeah, you could do Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What do you guys think? But you should be something that's like, yeah, like really, I don't know. Really noticeable, I guess I'd say.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, you're costume. Like, oh, wow. Yeah. I know exactly what he is.
I mean, you should just be, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Toy Story.
Oh, Woody.
Yeah, you should just be Woody.
I've been Woody.
Yeah, but you should just be that every year because that fits you perfectly.
So it's funny too. When I was on X Factor and I was Woody, I would go, or I think it was on Impact one year. I only talked in his phrases, so I'd only say, there's a snake in my boot. Somebody poisoned the water hole. reach for the sky. So I only said those 5 things. And like if somebody was in the snake, I would just say, there's a snake in my boot. That's it. That was my call telling everyone, hey, there's a snake. I don't know which one, but he's in there.
I'm going to put up...
Oh, someone said Beetlejuice.
Oh, dude, the new Beetlejuice. Sick.
Did you see it?
Well, I don't think it's out yet. I just saw Deadpool though, and I was pretty stoked on that.
Everyone ripped on the movie.
On Deadpool?
Yeah, everyone said it was bad.
Deadpool?
I heard it was really good.
Nah, it was good. It was like a little much with the talking to the camera thing, but it was fun.
Okay.
It was a good movie. It wasn't like
I
mean, I would say it's for sure the best one. Here I am. Here's with Oliver. Oliver was Chris Lasoya. Hold on. Let's make it a little bigger here. I had the clear glasses, the PTG, the whole deal. And I played in those pants all day. Rainey, we're looking at the top of your steering wheel right now.
He knows.
I have to put it on the Tesla charger.
Oh.
I got no option here. What do you want me to do?
Let's see. You could be Hermione from Harry Potter. That's a good one. That's a good one, D-Money. Oh, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. That's a good one.
I got called that last weekend. Yep.
Legolas. Frank from Donnie Darkole. The Joker.
Joker.
I like the idea of you borrow Grayson's proton pack and be somebody from the Ghostbusters.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Ghostbusters would be a good one.
Yeah. Oh, you could be Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
Yeah,
but like
turn your phone upside down.
Okay, let's try that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier.
Ah, there you go. Wizards.
Yeah.
Well, now you're upside down. It's all right.
On my screen. You guys are upside down.
Yeah, exactly. That means everybody's upside down.
I'm normal. It flipped me. You did one of these.
Oh man.
The other way.
But we got some time though. That's the good news. I think I'm gonna make some Dynasty candy and give it to the Dynasty Champions Club guys. Ooh, this is what cooks the computer right now. Puts extra load on the CPU, GPU. Oh boy.
Yeah, one year as a skeleton costume, that's all I wore, and that was not fun because you're getting shot and you have no padding. The gorilla suit at least had some padding, so I definitely want something like. I thought about going as last year, but I chickened out. You know who Sean O'Malley is?
Yeah, that would be good.
I was gonna do my hair like Sean O'Malley and dye it pink and get the cornrows, which is always an option, but that's a full commitment.
Dude, be one of the Island Boys, or what is that? What's the guy? No, what was that one movie? Spring. Remember that movie Spring Breakers with Franco?
What's his name?
Franco.
James Franco.
James Franco.
Yeah.
Dude, that's who you should be because you're from Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you're not from Florida, but you play on the Florida team. That would be excellent. You got to get fake tattoos and be that guy from Spring Breakers. Cornrow your hair. Basically, you're an old Mikey Ireland. That's who you should be.
And you know what? He still has the grills.
I know.
He still has it.
I know. You need to be Marky Island. Roll up to.
Okay.
That's it right there. Let's get you. We'll raise some money. You'll cornrow your hair, and then you could roll the cornrows directly into World Cup because it's pretty close.
Okay.
That's it. We gotta get you some fake. We gotta get you some fake tattoos, the grills, and spring break. Done, dude.
No, exactly.
That's it.
Yep. Okay.
That's it. All right, good. All right, we got it.
This is a
Oh no.
post.
Oh no, we can't post that.
Yeah, we're not
gonna post that. That one's not good. That is no good. All right, Rainey. We're gonna draw some winners here for the wheel. Thanks for kicking it with us.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
I'll send you this. It's out
Kyle's gonna send you a not
post
for,
that we can't show.
Yeah.
But it's out there.
This will for sure get us flagged. But,
Yeah.
All right, dude.
I get in trouble. We all get in trouble.
All right, Rainey. We'll see you, dude.
And I'm sure it'll make its way to
How it going,
Facebook
guys?
and the internet.
Later.
Later. All right, Rainey, thank you for joining the squad. That was a good one, man. What a show. What a show so far.
Yeah.
And thank you guys all for tuning in and sticking with us. As per usual, let's do some, we're going to do something really quick. The Zoom workplace. Oh, yeah, end meeting for all. The NECTR projector, you boys. Appreciate your guys' support as well. I realized that you cannot have all of these little widgets up at once because we got a little. I started to put the wheel on and we started to get a little loose here on the streaming situation. So we're gonna jump over to the wheel of names. We've got everybody queued up. 300 of you, and I will point this out. Next week we've got. I believe next week we're gonna be announcing a new show sponsor to adorn the bottom here. Maybe we're going to put the widget, we'll give them like a little video intro too. They're going to be sponsoring a question or topic of the week, which is always a fun thing to talk about. That way it also gives us something to talk about, you know? And they're going to be doing some epic giveaways. So the epic monthly giveaways are back. And this next giveaway is going to be so dope. So it'll be a mega support status member giveaway. So think about upgrading the membership. Also, all proceeds go to making sure that we're receiving enough video and a smooth bit rate. You guys noticed that everything's looking better. We're obviously sounding really good, and that's thanks to you, Rob Palomo, for hooking it up.
You, Rob.
We've got a gift coming your way as well. To some of our top donors and top members, and we're trying to do big things here. We're trying to get cool stuff happening for you guys, upgrading the show. So obviously if this is your first time joining us, that's crazy, but thank you for joining us. Hopefully you come and tune in again. Every show seems to get better. Doc, you are the man. Thank you also for providing us some cool graphics every single week. You are definitely helping us out quite a bit, and we do appreciate everything you do. Again, everything that you guys do. What kind of bird is that? You hear that thing? Wow.
Couldn't tell you.
You can't tell? Kyle's an ornithologist.
Is that what that's called?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, that's for sure what you are, though. Oops. What just happened? Where'd that go?
Yeah, I guess we got to thank our...
I don't know where that thing just went. There she
probably
is.
our undercover viewer that posted that highlight fake news for bringing a bunch of people to the show today.
Yeah, it's...
So thank you.
At the end
You're probably watching, but...
And we talk about it, at the end of the day, content is content, and if people are consuming paintball content and talking about paintball, that's great. That's always been one of the big things that I've mentioned to field owners. A lot of field owners, and you guys should talk to your field owners, especially do as much promoting to your field owners as possible, because it shows that there is value to having them. Billy, there's a way to upgrade your name or your status. I'm not exactly sure. It depends on if you're on a mobile device, on an iPad, or on a computer. But you should be able to. Someone will be able to help out. And do that as far as how to upgrade your membership, because I'm not exactly sure how to do it. Thomas E is the first winner today. You're going to be getting a prize. We also have our very last Doghouse shirt. Yeah. Your weekly fast pass to the Doghouse. Spick and Span. Chris Williams. I wonder if that's Chris Williams from Die.
I don't know.
I hope so. I'll ask him. Shoot him a text. Is that you? Click on join and for the basic membership, and then upgrade from there. Thank you, Argthu. It'll display current members and ranks. Thank you, Doc, for helping out. See, Jared Martin. Shout out to the NECTR boys. I'm sending you. Actually, on top of everything that we give away, we do throw in a free tin of nectar. So we're gonna give
that person,
Jared,
whoever won,
just Jared, nectar. I'm gonna give him four cans of nectar.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Or maybe a hot dog. We could send that person a hot dog.
I'm out of hot dogs.
Okay.
And Alex never got his hot dog. There's 2 hot dogs floating around, and I think it was probably undeliverable, so the post office probably has a hot dog. It wasn't in my P.O. box, which is good news. That thing, imagine if
but
that
didn't
thing...
he say somebody else lives there now?
Yeah. But I don't know if they're going to like go in there and just roll out with the hot dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe. Awesome.
Maybe Alex could go over there and be like, hey, I used to
you
live
have
here
a
and
mail?
somebody
Yeah, you guys
sent
have a
something
mail?
here.
He doesn't know exactly what it was yet.
Yeah.
So, here is the mega support status wheel. You guys are winning some big prizes. We got some Gen X prizes. We've got a couple of things. As a matter of fact, I think there's a Tiger Wear shirt right there that we're gonna give away. Let's give that thing away today. Yeah. As a reminder, if you do join, if you do no pucks or hot dogs to Norway, you got it, Jonas. I got you. This thing does not like chrome. Hold on one second.
Yeah, Brandon, we did kind of talk about it.
Maui Rockstars.
We did kind of talk about it.
What is that?
Said nobody's talking about Spicka getting cut.
Yeah, so Spicka didn't get cut. I think that's the juice, really.
So you have to talk to the person who sent out the post.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to make a comment on take it up. That's why I always had a little question mark on there. Spicka got cut. I saw that actually. It was actually sent to me first by Patch, so shout out to overseas. And I was like, I don't know about that. And then I went over to Kyle, and he's like, yeah, I saw that too. Not that I'm aware of. And so I don't know. He showed up today wearing that Diesel shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Our conversations during the morning usually start with, did you see the stock market? Hell yeah. Or, oh shit. That's
there
usually...
was just some interesting choice words in there. When
Yeah.
I've never even said that person's name out of my mouth, I think. I know. Which is kind of interesting. But...
It's just, people think that there's beef.
But it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll take the high road.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to deal with, and it's a delicate situation. I've had some interaction with them, and it's a phishing scam. It's always been like baiting. I'm getting baited to say something, and then someone posts and shows me a redacted, chopped up message thread with messages redacted and then out of context responses, and it's like, what is going on here? So I don't understand the beef. I just don't get it. Yeah, careful, Merrick. He might, dude. I'm not a big guy. I'm not beating anybody's ass. I mean, I beat Sloane's ass on the trampoline the other day. We did ninja skills, and so I got her ass. But I could probably take care of like 5-year-olds. How many 5-year-olds do you think you can beat up? Don't take this out of context by any means. Oh. But like, you think you can get like 10?
Yeah.
Easily. It's like one hit and they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. How many 5-year-olds do you guys think you could beat up? Every answer is the right answer. Also, real quick, guys, USA jerseys are in right now. Let's give away this hat. Who's got a kid? Anybody have kids? If you have a kid in here, obviously, you guys know how many 5-year-olds you can beat up. But if you have a kid, go ahead and put your number in there, and you're gonna get a My Dad Bunkered You. The next week's clickbait is gonna say I beat up ? Number of kids. Two Squids, Satelli, Argue. Okay, keep throwing in there how many kids. Peter, 3 kids. All right, I'm right there with you. Meter for sure has at least 10. You got 18 5-year-olds? Oh no, you could beat up 18 5-year-olds. You've been doing work. All right, throw it in there. We're gonna choose one of you winners. This is actually made. This is a Sloan hat right here. My Dad Bunkered You. Camille made this for me, and I've got a couple extras. Also, like I said, Team USA Greenspan jerseys now on sale. Just DM me. I've got a handful of these for sale. All proceeds are gonna be going to getting my ass to Paris. Shout out to No Hope Photography here on the center chest. They partnered with me, so I really appreciate them. Basically took care of my airfare and car rental.
Oh, nice.
All expenses are put on the pro players. So, and then thank you Paintball Templars for covering the rest as well. All the rest of the jersey proceeds are going to baby formula. Straight up. And children's clothes. So yeah, thank you guys very much for all the support there. I'm gonna get Kyle, go ahead and choose a name in green here. If I can use kicks, I'm thinking 30 to 40. Damn, Lando. They're not even going to be able to reach you. They might be able to punch you in the nuts, though, and that could take you down. That could take a big man down. So be careful. Formula is, we're 100% on formula times 2 because we got 2 kids. Formula is not cheap. Not cheap. So, again, yeah, thank you guys all for the support. Let me see here. Billy Casey, just in time. So I'm going to put Billy's name on the wheel here. Let's see. And I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's go new. Put Billy Casey on there along with all the other names. We got Norm Wu, Shorts Gable. Got really good odds of winning here. Let's go, Billy. All right. Screen capture. Okay, this is the mega wheel. So Maui Rockstar already won 1 prize. We've got some other good stuff coming out. Tiger Wear shirts. Going to Ben Nunes. Nunes, your business. Did that work? That didn't work, did it? We got a couple HORMESIS prizes to give away. Thank you, Alex FRAIGE and Oliver Lang. Oliver did say anything to get me out there, so just keep supporting the show. And Jerry, yeah, Jerry. We'll go. Let's go one more here. So Thomas Ang won, Chris Williams, Jared Martin, Maui Rockstars, Ben Nunes, and Jerry D with Travis Slusser. And you know what? We didn't give enough away last week, so we'll do one more. Let's give one more. Again, thank you guys all for the support. Thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate everything. Oh, Rob, almost. Dilfs, dude. Dilfs comes up big. Dilfs wins a lot. And he's got a killer name on in there. Again, thank you guys all very much for your support. The Paintball Lounge, welcome. We'll get you on the wheel next week. 11 grandkids for Billy Casey. My goodness. My man. Costco for formula. Yeah, we're I got to look into the Costco formula. We're doing our formula is imported from Europe. It's organic. It's actually surprisingly cheaper than the name brand crap that you can get at the grocery store. Well, actually, I do get it at the grocery store. But there's a lot that goes into finding out what type of formula, because Sloan was fully 100% breastfed, and in breastfed milk, obviously there's no corn syrup and other garbage. But you wouldn't believe what you read on the back of these
formula.
One of the formulas, the first ingredient is cornstarch or corn syrup. Like, what is going on here? Formula is cheap compared to college. Yeah.
Let's go with Tyler Stansel.
Tyler Stansel. All right. There we go. And I did see Tyler bunker somebody at the summer camp. He bunkered that kid.
There you go.
So, Tyler, my dad bunkered you. There we go. Actually, This should probably be Max should be wearing this. Max or Parks can wear that hat. All right, guys. Again, thank you all so very much for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, become a member of the show, and tune in next week because, who knows what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Never know what news is going to come out.
You never know who's going to come on the show also. J-Rab,
yeah.
I know you had time, but you are in the Russian training camp gulag.
But he is supposed to be the co-host, the third.
The third, yeah. So I don't know. Do you think he'd have to lock himself into some sort of room or get Starlink on the top of the van so the Russians don't know that he's given up the trade secrets?
Yeah.
So I don't know. See you guys next week. We gotta stretch that one out. I'd say that was a great tactful message.
Yes.
It's all about the message.
Bummer for the person.
Yeah, sometimes.